Horror games are not made for the weak. Whether it be from the creepy backstory or the jump scares, everyone seems to forget how scary some of the cutscenes are in these games. The cutscenes I will mention today have some quitting the game before they could even finish. I'm your host Andrew, and here are your top 10 scary video game cutscenes. At a number 10 spot, we have Silent Hill. This video game is a classic. These are one of the first games that genuinely freaked me out. Specifically, I'm talking about the first installment in the Silent Hill series. I know many people are coming from different game backgrounds, so let me give you a scoop of what it's about. Silent Hill is a psychological survival horror game, and they mean it in every aspect. They are meant to implement both horrifying imagery with intense sound design, which sets the whole eerie atmosphere. However, one cutscene stuck out to me, and it happened to be at the very beginning of the game, where a character Harry wakes up when the sky turns dark, everything becomes foggy, and this eerie soundtrack begins to play in the background. Check it out. That music, man, I swear, every time I listen to it, I never have a good feeling. This was a great opening scene to the game, which set the whole mood, and hats off to Silent Hill. At a number 9 spot, we have PT. This game still lies in the same realm as Silent Hill, and I guess we can't escape it. PT was a game demo or a playable teaser made to be a new game in the Nami series, Silent Hill. This game to many is one of the scariest games they've ever played. This game is all about the uncertainty and uncanniness. It shows that through their story and the scares that we get along the way. However, this one cutscene describes what you'd be in for when you decide to play this game.
His 6-year-old daughter had the good sense to hide in the bathroom.
Other cutscenes in this game are just as horrifying, especially the one where we meet Lisa for the first time in the hallway, so I'll give you guys some of that as well. At a number 8 spot, we have Alien Isolation. This game is a classic horror for many, and to me myself. I remember playing this game and I was terrified of aliens even though they weren't even real. Alien Isolation is a first-person horror survival game developed by Creative Assembly and published by Sega. Playing as Miranda, you navigate yourself through an atmosphere of constant dread and mortal danger. The cutscenes will get you in this game every single time they're out. Taken, this is only a death scene. The other cutscenes in this game will give you goosebumps and make you feel so scared. At a number 7 spot, we have Outlast Whistleblower DLC. Outlast Whistleblower is a first-person horror survival game as well. It was developed and published by Red Barrels with the intention of being one of the most terrifying games ever made. You play as a software engineer who has been spending time in isolation at Mount Massive, in which he discovers the depressing truth about the dangerous and irresponsible experiments done on the patients there.
God.
The person in the cutscene was Eddie Gluskin, otherwise known as the Groom. All that is known about Eddie is that he was abused as a child, which eventually created him into this monster that mutilates women and is also a serial killer on top of that. If you haven't played any of the Outlast games, I highly recommend them if you're a true game horror fan. At number 6 spot, we have Fatal Frame. Fatal Frame is a Japanese survival horror game and the first installment in the Fatal Frame series. The game is about a folklorist named Mafuya Hinasaki who attempts to capture ghosts on a special camera named the Camera Obscura. The game is horrifying to many, and some even found it unplayable. Here's what I mean. This game uses sound to their advantage, and each ghost is special with backstories making them feel even more realistic. I love Japanese games, but this is one Japanese game I won't be going near. Right in the hump for our list, we have Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Amnesia is a classic horror game which follows Daniel as he explores through a dark and foreboding castle to solve various puzzles, all while maintaining his sanity. This game doesn't use jump scares as much as the other ones on this list. Instead, it relies on the tension and the buildup of horror, which makes this game in a league of its own. In one cutscene, they don't even try to add in a cheap jump scare. Instead, they want to make you feel super uncomfortable from a chase scene. This is what happens. Scary, right? They say that the best way to play this game is to play in complete darkness with your headphones on. And this is the only way your atmosphere and the game's atmosphere will be one. At a number 4 spot, we have the Walking Dead game. Telltale Games debuted the Walking Dead game in the spring of 2012, and ever since it has been a hit to all game lovers, including ones interested in horror. I know everyone knows everything to know about zombies, but this game still surprises many with the scenarios you're put in and the urgent feeling of survival throughout the whole game. Early on in the game's first season, there's a moment where the characters appear to find a welcoming family who can help them survive and stay warm. Later on, the protagonist discovers one of the friends bleeding in the bathroom. He only has one leg. He then suddenly realizes that the meat they're eating is in fact human and they're likely to be killed and eaten next.
Don't eat that!
Lee, Jesus, man. Did you find something?
Oh, sit your ass down, Lee. This lady has made you a meal.
Yeah, Lee, what's gotten into you?
He just had a start.
You're eating human meat!
That's crazy.
The hell? Scaring the kids, Lee.
Lee, what the hell is wrong with you?
Don't indulge him, Lily. There's always something with this guy.
At a number 3 spot, we have Slender the 8 Pages. Everyone should know Slenderman on this list, whether it be from the memes or even the real life homicide inspired by this monster. Slenderman is a creature that'll haunt people's nightmares for a long time. This is the first game in their Slenderman series where you only have a flashlight in the middle of the woods at night, tasked to finding 8 pages scattered around the forest. The only thing standing between you and success is a tall, faceless man who relentlessly stalks you and seems to appear out of thin air every time you turn around. The scariest thing and the most iconic thing about this game are the cutscenes that happen when he finally catches you. At a number 2 spot, we have Dead Space 2. This one is not only scary, but kind of disturbing, so don't say I didn't warn you. Dead Space 2 is a science fiction themed survival horror game where you play as engineer Isaac Clarke on Saturn in the middle of an alien outbreak. The game deals with sci-fi stuff, so there's some stuff in this game that you wouldn't see in others on this list. Let me give you a gist of it. My eyes hurt after this one, so I'm gonna move on to the next point. At number 1 spot, we have Clock Tower 3. Cult horror classic Clock Tower 3 follows protagonist Alyssa, and this game separates itself from other horror titles by only having to deal with one singular enemy at a time. So it's not like you're facing The Grudge, Pennywise, and Freddy Krueger all at once. In one part of the game, she meets a serial killer named Corridor who murders his victims with acid. This game loves backstories, and Corridor's backstory is especially heartbreaking and quite disturbing, so check out this cutscene.
Thank you so much.
That's enough playing happy families. You make me sick. May you both be blinded and search for each other in vain for all eternity. Want to join them? I hear the acid's lovely.
Well, these are our top 10 scary video game cutscenes. I'm a huge gamer, so let me know what you guys think about this list in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe as well. I'm your host, Andrew, and thanks for checking out Scary Urban Legends.